Actually, it was when I got hired for this job. They told me that we would be moving. Like, the decision had already been made. Two things. One was that we would be moving out of the bungalow where the office had been for, I think, 2 decades. I'm not wholly sure how long they'd been there. It had been at least 10. It had been at least 10 years. But the amount of stuff that they had either brought with them or managed to aggregate in that time was, at one point, we noticed 3 decades worth of material. And we were moving from, I think it was 3,000 square feet with all these amazing built-ins and a full basement, this incredible space, to an open plan newsroom, which was going to house 24 people. The initial thought was, oh, we can do this. I mean, you're just packing boxes. Everybody's moved, right? So you just pack the boxes and then you just figure out where they go in the new space. That wasn't the case for us. We had no space in the new space. People went from having a full individual office, myself included, to having a desk with 4 drawers and maybe some overhead space, but that was it. So this combination of the physical move and the mental move that was the scope of what we were doing. I didn't realize all that at first. I was really more about the boxes. I got that. And then even that was too much for us to do on our own and continue our work. So it was great when the opportunity came up to work with somebody, and I knew immediately that it had to be Kristine. I knew immediately that it was that you were the only person. One of the things that I think that made you so effective with my team is that you do not come off as somebody who's there to tell people what to do. And we were a team. I'm trying to remember how many people were in that house, because our team merged from 2 different locations in order to get into our new office. I think we had 20 people in the bungalow where we were. So that's 20 different people who are at 20 different places in their careers, in their experience in the job, and in their feelings about what this transition is going to be. And it's 20 different people who each have a relationship to the space that we were in, and your ability to come in and treat each person as an individual was essential. It was remarkable, actually, because when I think about the range of people that we have and the resistance that some had and the openness that others had, it's not just as the seamless, you can work with this person or that person, it's authentic. That's what's incredible, is that each person felt heard and valued and cared for, because your approach was that you knew that only in genuinely understanding that person, their needs, their fears, which they're not always going to articulate quite so quickly, and their hopes and expectations, your ability to pull that out gently, kindly, and supportively from each person is so skillful. And that was part of what was the masterful way in which you helped us work. But I saw you implement that with each of my people, including me, and that was what was so phenomenal about the project with me, was that you worked with everybody, and you worked with me. It's your ability to listen, not just for what I'm saying, but for what I mean, and to ask the questions that are going to help me articulate where it is that I'm trying to go. And then to let me go. That's the other reason that I recommend you, is because you're not in there to become somebody's, consultant for life. It's to get in there, help them, work with them, make them see the things in themselves that they can, embrace, take, move, and then release them to continue the journey themselves, because you've given them new tools and new abilities and new vision. You've actually just unlocked the tools and visions and things in themselves. You yourself did the individual mental work, and then your team did the physical work. And the way your team was able to pull that off, not just to get us out of our old house, but to get us into the new space, it was a gift. So you're awesome, and you're nice, and you're smart and funny, and you're always on time, and you smell good, so those are good things too.